Hey, what's going on, you guys? Lucas here, and before I start this video, I did want to kind of apologize for ghosting, for not posting a lot or at all, actually, for like the last month. So I owe it to like the 10 people that are gonna watch this video, apologies. So, and it kind of give you guys an explanation on why. So yeah, I've been kind of going through some personal problems, and the main reason why I haven't been posting lately was because I've been fucking lazy. Now that we got that out the way, let's get started. Huh?
Tell them to like and subscribe.
No, I don't want to, kind of sound like a sellout, right?
You have to. It's YouTube law.
And if you haven't already, like and subscribe down here or down here. I don't know which corner it is. It's that little square that says send it. So just click on that.
This is give me a sec. This is this is the 2016 just it doesn't actually sound like that, bro. This is the 2016 Volkswagen GTI, and it's been said that Volkswagen pioneered the hot hatch back in what is it? I don't even know, bro. Is it 18 something? I don't even know. Let me check. I borrowed this car from Volkswagen Credit Bank of America because technically they still own this car. It's both practical and fun, so you can go to the racetrack at 5 p.m. and then pick up your kids at Costco at 8 p.m. And today, I'm gonna review it. So being 8 feet tall, people always wanna see me get in the back seat, so here we go. It's good. First, I'm gonna go over some of its quirks and features, give it a test drive, and then give it a Lucas score. For more of my thoughts, you can read my column at autotrader.com/steerover.
This is more like it for me in my well-conditioned AC room with no mosquitoes, no people driving by, no scorching hot sun. Anyways, as you can probably tell from the title of this video, this is my 30,000 mile review of my Volkswagen GTI. So I'm gonna go over the good, the bad, the I. Starting off, I did want to mention the mods that I have so far. Mostly the performance mods, the stuff that actually affects reliability, not so much the cosmetic stuff. That's kind of whatever. So for my mods, they're pretty conservative. I feel like this is the path that most people will take, especially if you're leasing or you're trying to keep your warranty for as long as you can. I have a JB4, I have a catalyst downpipe, and a muffler delete. Those are the main 3 biggest performance mods that I have. Everything else is cosmetic, like aftermarket headlights, tint, and little stuff like that. So I've never dynoed my car, but I think on paper and theoretically I'm pushing around 270, 280 horsepower. And honestly, I don't really care about the actual number. I mean, me being in New York City, the roads are terrible and there's hardly any room, so I can never ever like open it up all the way anyway. So even if I'm pushing like 350, it's probably never get a chance to use all 350. But me being at around like 270 right now, I'm pretty content, pretty happy with it. Like, it's still enough to have fun and also still tame enough to use as a daily driver. So let's also talk about maintenance, so I can give you kind of my maintenance schedule. So to give you more of a baseline of where it's at, and I guess for those people that are curious about what to maintain on the car, I change my oil every 5,000 miles, which is around, I want to say maybe like 3 to 5 months. That's when I usually hit the 5K mark. And I've used Motul, I've used OEM Castro, and now I'm on Liqui Moly. I know I said in a previous video that the brand of oil didn't matter, but there was a sale this time on the Liqui Moly oil and it was cheaper than the Castro oil, so why not? So before you go in the comments, but you said the brand of oil doesn't matter, huh, you fucking hypocrite. After having my thermostat housing fixed, I realized I didn't really need to top off my coolant anymore. But if you do need to top off your coolant, just buy OEM G13, I think. Yeah, G13, and then mix it with distilled water 50/50. I'm still on stock tires. Yes, the OEM piece of shit, I don't even, Bridgestone, I think. Yeah, the Bridgestone all season, whatever bullcrap tires are on. I'm just waiting to ball them all the way out and then I'm gonna change them. But I get like an occasional tire rotation like at every 10k miles, I think. And lastly, I change my cabin air filter every like 15k miles, I think. If you turn on your AC and it fucking smells like gym feet, then yes, it's time to change your cabin air filter. Just go on Amazon. I think they're like $18 a pop. Just get the charcoal activated one. So now let's talk about problems, because every car has them. It's just that some cars have more, some cars have less. and you just got to pick which ones you're willing to deal with. So for me, in all of 3 years and 30k miles of running it, I've only really had 3 major problems. Got 'em. The first one was a cracked oil pan, the OEM plastic oil pan, and I had to fix it at the dealership, and it was a bummer, an expensive fucking bummer.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
No, but seriously though, the oil pan is not covered if you crack it in whatever shape or form. It's considered like, I think, a wear and tear item or whatever, but it's not covered under warranty. And whatever you do not get it fixed at the dealership. Always either do it yourself, you know, buying the parts yourself, doing it at a friend's house, or even going to like a local mechanic shop. Never at the actual Volkswagen dealership. You can get like the actual plastic OEM pan for like 40 or 50 bucks, I think, on like eBay or Amazon. And then the labor is just, you do that yourself. I would say maybe like an hour or 2 at most. Or you can get the metal pan that aftermarket companies offer for like 90 bucks. My second major problem was my thermostat housing was cracked or leaking or whatever, but basically my coolant was leaking, and it's a common problem. A lot of people, you know, one day catch their garage floor wet, or they see the whole engine bay is wet, or, you know, they notice a lot of coolant is missing after one drive. Mine was just leaking a lot less than others, but overall it was leaking. And yeah, it's a common problem, but the good news is that it's covered under warranty. My third major problem was my fuel suction pump recall. I mean, it's a recall, but it's still a problem, and it's covered under warranty. So also 1 or 2 hour job at the dealership, so not really big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal, I guess, but it is an inconvenience. So, you know, if you're buying used, double check if that was done already. If not, you know, get it done ASAP, because they say there could be like a accumulation of I forgot what of something that could maybe eventually have your car catch on fire, and you may want that, you know, insurance claim, or you may not. I don't know. And that's really it for major problems that I've had to deal with, which I guess doesn't seem like a lot. I mean, the cracked oil pan was kind of my fault, I guess. I don't have a sunroof, so I didn't have to deal with that. But yeah, that's it. On top of the interior rattling and on all the swirl marks that I have. So in conclusion, I honestly love this car, and it's been 3 years. Super happy with it. I honestly feel like I wouldn't be as happy if I got a different car. Like, I sat in my friend's Type R, and it was kind of, you know, compared to my GTI. Like, I still preferred all the finishing touches and stuff in my GTI better than his Type R, and he paid like 10k more for it. A big factor to why people buy hot hatches is that it can go fast but also be practical. And yes, the GTI is super practical. It can fit like 5 people. I mean, like 4 comfortably. Actually, like 3 comfortably, because I have my seat like way back. So it can fit 3 people comfortably, and the trunk is massive. I guess I wouldn't say massive in terms of like width, but in terms of like height, you can like stack a bunch of stuff. And then when you need the extra room, you can put down the back seats, and it's like the whole back half of the car is just trunk, and you can fit everything you buy at Costco. Like Lucas DeMoro said earlier in this video, you can go to the racetrack at 5 and then go to Costco at 8. Although it's super practical and it's super spacious, it's also small, if that makes sense. Like, me living in New York City, and when it comes to street parking, every inch counts. I get so much satisfaction when I see like a big car trying to fit into a spot, and they know they can't fit, and they give up, they drive off, and I just pull up and I park in that spot easily.
But wait, there's more.
On top of all that practicality, it's also super easy to tune, and it can get super fast. Like, if you throw a stage 1 on it, I'm pretty sure it can take any one of the cars in the same price range to Applebee's. Throw on a stage 2, it can take even more people to Applebee's. Put on like an IS-38, you better call ahead and make a reservation for like a party of 16, because all of them are going to Applebee's.
There's more.
And on top of all that, it's pretty cheap also. Like, if you look hard enough, you can probably find a decently conditioned one for like 15, 16k, and that's a lot of car for that price. New these days, I think, are like still 28k ish. So yeah, it's overall, I love this car. I'm just gonna drive it until the wheels fall off. For future plans, I'm obviously gonna get a tune, stage 2, because I already have all the hardware needed, which is just a catalyst downpipe. So I have that, and if anybody wants to sponsor me for a tune, hit me up, because I don't want to pay for one because I'm cheap. But yeah, eventually I'm gonna get a tune, tires, maybe not so much wheels, because honestly I don't really care about how it looks. It's we're going sleeper status, you know. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for this video. I hope, you know, if you're looking to get one, this has provided you some insight. Feel free to contact me or comment below if you have questions, and give it a thumbs up and subscribe down here, or here, I don't know, wherever it is to send it, just send it there.